It's the Soul Fantasy Show, Soul Fan Show. Hey, it's the Soul Fantasy Show live for May 24th, 2021. Going over the top picks, plays, and studs for Draftkings and Fanduel. If you already haven't, please subscribe to this channel. Right on top, we have four studs. Four ultimate studs, differently priced. Giannis, 61 his last game against Miami. He had a 61, so he's pretty valuable there. Jimmy Butler had a 47 that last game. All right, Jokic had 58. Dame at 59. So those are our guys. You got to put one of those studs in there. You save the most with Jimmy Butler, obviously. Dame Lillard could go off for a pretty affordable price, but Jokic and Greek are the sole studs of the day. All right. We got Elijah Bryant. All right. Gordon Dragic, he had a 32 last time against Milwaukee. He will get you 30 fantasy points for 5,000. He's getting a fantasy point per minute, projected about 25. That's over 5 times value, and he might hit 30. All right, for 3,100, we got Jalen McGee. So if you didn't know already, this is the game. Heat Bucks versus Nuggets Trailblazers. All right. So we have Jalen McGee, 3,100. Bam had 40 minutes the other day with only 37 fantasy points, so that's a little under a fantasy point, but usually he gets 1.27 fantasy points per minute. So expect him to bounce back, but for $8,000, if he gets 37, he's not going to pay off. He needs 43 to 50 fantasy points to pay that. Good, real good. And it was right here, CJ McCollum, 37. Last one, 37. All right, so he's 37. They're pushing it up to 40. That'll be 5.5 times value, getting 1.17 fantasy point per minute. He's a sole sleeper of the day. We got Norman Powell, Chris Middleton, Lopez. All right. Then under him, we have Jesse Norick. He had a 42-46. That's pretty good. For 6,700, if he gets that 42 again, he's been pretty spectacular. His position rank is pretty tough. Opponent ranks 10, 1.36 fantasy points per minute. Millsap, 5 times value, only 14 minutes. Holiday, 42 minutes, 7,700. 43. So he's getting the minutes and he's getting the fantasy points. Under him, we have Duncan Robinson. He had 32 big fantasy points. If he can do that again, so he had 36 minutes. He got close to a fantasy point per minute for 4,700. That's pretty good. He can get 30 for you for that price. Elijah had a 45 a couple days ago. Carmelo Anthony, 4,300. He had a 27. He's the sole little sleeper of the day. A big man, little sleeper. Monte Morris, 20, 16, 22. Robert Covington, he's cold. Deontay, 25. He had 37 minutes. He's getting a lot of minutes. You can put him in for 4,900. Trevor Ariza, 29, 23. Projected. Okay, still 5 times value for 4,800. None. Ice cold. Porter Jr. cold, but he had a 40 though, so he isn't that cold. He had a 40, 1.11 fantasy points per minute, a mid-range matchup. Tyler Hero had 19. He only had 19 minutes. He's not getting the minutes. That doesn't look good, but he still could get 30 fantasy points. So for 5,900, that's not too bad. Then we go to Canner, cold. Gordon, cold. Justin Jackson. They have a flame there, so you could put him in for 3,000. That's a really good cheap play right there. All right, so going down. Lupo's out. Andre Iguodala had 15 minutes. Rivers had 33 minutes. That's pretty good. 3,800. He had 33 minutes. All right. All right. Covington only had 10 minutes. He's not getting the minutes for 3,300. He needs a little bit more minutes than that. There's some other guys down here that aren't going to play much. All right, let's go over some line up optimizer. Just for DraftKings first. As you can see, Dragic, McCollum, Powell, Millsap, Greek Freak, Hero, and Butler in there together with Green. That one had the Jokic in there. Jokic. The Joker. That was the main slate for DraftKings. This is the main slate for FanDuel lineups. Okay, Portis is in there. We didn't talk about him too much. We got Belisha. You can go Portis if you want. All right. If you don't trust him, Covington didn't have a lot of minutes though. Powell, we saw. All right. So you have Lillard. You go Holiday. You could go down to him, just so we can get the Greek Freakin'. And then we can get off Powell. They're single slates. So the DraftKings singles. Oh, sorry. The main slate. Not working, sorry. Here we go. Jimmy Butler, Middleton, Holiday, Dragic, and Hero. This is for Miami, Milwaukee. It's for FanDuel. Yeah. There we go. Jokic, Lillard, McCollum, Anthony, and McGee. Pretty good right there. They usually come up with pretty good FanDuel single game lineups. Here we go. All right. Single. All right. So we got Creek, Robinson, Nunn, Ariza, Holiday, Portis. Let's see what we can do. So we have Butler, but they have Hero, Portis, Ariza. They don't have the Greek, and I'll guarantee you the Greek's going to be in the winning lineup with Butler. So this is what I would do there. So you start off Butler and Greek. Hero, he's too cheap today. He's probably not going to do anything. You go here. And then you can go. You could go back. All right, I'll go there. Nunn, Lopez. It's kind of hard to get him in there. Go switch around. I can go Drew Holiday here. Butler, you're a lot off. You're just not gonna have to. You're gonna have to go real low down there. So here's a pretty nice lineup. Single slate. All right. Yock. Powell, Millsap, Cantor, Covington, Gordon. It's the Soul Fantasy Show. Soul Fan Show. All right, let's just real quickly look at sleepers and studs. Here's the sleepers right here. Powell, Anthony Morris, Covington, Cantor, Rivers, and Marcus Howard. Here are the studs. Top stud, sole stud of the day, Jokic, the Joker, 12-6. Damian, 11-2, 9K. Those are for singles. These are the Portland, Denver singles. Sleepers and stud. Now we'll go here for these sleepers and stud. So, you got Giannis, Middleton, Bam, Holiday. Holiday's 4th. All right, way down there. Hero, Robinson, and we even have none in there. The sleepers, we actually have Lopez. So Brook Lopez, Dragic, Robinson, and the rest.